Hello, in this video, we'll be creating threads through Autodesk Fusion 360. This video is provided by Alpha Genesis 6436. I hope you enjoy the video. In today's video, we'll cover how to make threads. Making threads is very simple, yet mastering it will greatly enhance your ability to CAD more intricate tools or objects. I will be teaching you how to create threads on Autodesk Fusion 360. Fusion 360 allows their users to create custom threads using an easy-to-use thread feature. This feature gives you the option to create different thread types that suit your needs. Now, before we cover how to create a thread, I want to go over some basic terminologies that will be helpful to know. It is not necessary to memorize these words, but they will pop up often, and being able to recognize these words will give you a better understanding of making threads. The following is a diagram I made to illustrate the anatomy of a thread. The terms I will be going over will be root, crest, pitch, thread angle, thread flank, minor diameter, and major diameter. To start off, the root is the gap between the crest. The crest is the extruding spirals surrounding the root. The pitch is the distance between each crest. It is usually measured in millimeters. The thread angle is the measured angle between the crest of the thread. The thread flank is the groove that forms the connection between the crest and the root. The minor diameter is the diameter determined by the groove of the thread. The major diameter is the diameter determined by the thread tips. Now we'll be applying the thread onto a simple object. To start off, you can search for the thread tool using the shortcut. This is a very simple process. After we search the tool, we select the face we want the thread on. To apply the thread onto the object, we'll select the modeled box. This will make this thread printable. Now, I used isometric profile because that is one of the most commonly used threads. It is important to remember the size of the threads if you are making an interior and exterior thread. So now we'll be applying the thread onto the top part of our cup. We'll select the face again, check the modeled box, and check the size. Press OK, and now the threads are on our cup. These threads have a very low clearance because Fusion automatically inputs 0.1 for the clearance. And this usually is not enough to have your threads turn smoothly. To increase the clearance, we'll be using the section analysis tool and the press pull tool. The section analysis tool will allow us to make changes onto the thread. If we zoom in on the threads, you can see that these threads are almost touching each other. To increase the space in between the threads, we'll be using the press pull tool to push in the faces on the thread. I'll push in the crest by 0.5 millimeters, and I'll increase the root by 0.4 millimeters. This should be enough for the small cup that I am making. After increasing the clearance on the thread, I'll check the thread one more time just to make sure that everything fits perfectly. You should experiment with the thread feature because it is a very useful tool. This is a simple coronavirus model that I designed. I started off with a sphere, and then I created spike glycoproteins and revolved it around this sphere a few times. Then I added a thread in between the sphere so that I can open it and close it or place items inside. As you can see, there is an interior and exterior thread. Now I'll be showing you guys the threads with section analysis. As you can see, there's enough space between the threads for this to turn smoothly. Please maintain social distancing, wash your hands, wear masks to avoid spreading or catching the virus. I hope you guys stay safe. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video.